Welcome to my channel. This is a reading for Gemini for the period of September 17th through to the end of October 2020. I'm losing the light, so I am again out on a bit of a road trip, so I will try to be as quick as possible. I'm also working against the wind, so I've got everything held down, hopefully with enough rocks and crystals. But I will try to give you a quick synopsis before we start as well, for those of you that don't have a lengthier period of time, as my readings can go a little bit longer. So first of all, I just want to say again, thank you to those that are returning subscribers. Always appreciate your time and your attention. I know, again, my readings are a little longer, and for those that are new to the channel, welcome. So quick synopsis as to how I'll go about reading the cards. I have a few oracle decks out here, as well as the Rider-Waite deck. So central here, just pretty much in this section here, and again, some of the cards are out of range for visual just because of space here. Those are actually primarily the financial and career aspects. Everything that's on the periphery, which I'll pull the cards forward as well so that you see what we're looking at, relates more so along the lines of general energies for that period, again from September 17th through to the end of October 2020. Okay, so in short, there is definitely some very good energy during this period. There is something that is about to crack open and give you victory, success. It's just a whole period of unraveling for you that is culminating in victories. However, on the downside, there are definitely challenges to maintaining that. As far as money goes in itself, I don't know that I feel that the money is coming through in this period necessarily, but there are victories. Victories meaning things could be coming through in the way of contracts, something that has that potential for money to come through down the road, but it's not just coming through in this 30-day period. We're also looking at there's definitely synchronicities that the universe is trying to line up for you, because there was a call to a meeting, a fated meeting that is going to come through and is going to change your world on some level here. So there's some kind of a connection here that is going to be very relevant to this, to some aspect of your victory or this success. Excuse me. In terms of your love life, there is definitely some issues around that. I feel that you are moving away from some difficulties. I feel like you have to make a decision for yourself as to, what direction you want to go with that. Again, I don't like to do a lot of, give a lot of details in terms of love readings. I do feel that there is always overlap with regards to our many relationships that involve and often interlink with our finance. So again, I just touch on the relative elements, whether it's partnerships, romantic relationships, friendships, soul friendships, karmic relationships, family relationships, whatever they might be. Anyway, the point is that I'll just touch on it, and certainly you can flesh out some of the other details and the more sorry, I've got words in my head that I'm not I don't really want to anyway, what I'm going to say is, in terms of a relationship, if there's any issues there, you should go to another reader that would be able to flesh out some of those details for you so that you can work through them on a larger scale. But from what I see here, I do see that there is you pausing in regards to that relationship. You are trying to determine which way you want to go. But you are being asked from the universe to literally step back and just wait. Be patient. You will have some kind of a truth that's revealed to you toward the end of October that is in regards to that emotional front there, with a relationship or a partnership, business or otherwise, that will help to clarify what you want to do. But at this point, you are not being asked to cut ties, lose any, of your connections there. You're just being asked to slow down, and pretty much the entire period of September 15th through to the end of October is all based on your material success or material that you're working toward here. But again, you're on the precipice of something. You're very close to it. But there's definitely success here in the wings, and it is all creative effort that I'm feeling. There is a lot of determination. There's a lot of perseverance. There's a lot of energy going out toward this project that you have been working on, I suspect, for quite some time. There is definitely energy of you being pulled back. I mean, I feel that because you've been in a period of creating, I feel that you've had to pull away from a lot of things to be able to focus, intently on this. And that's exactly what this entire reading is you going forward, juggling your finances a bit here, because for sure I see I'm going to say toward the end of September, early October, there is some struggles there with some of the money, that you might be juggling things. You might be feeling that there's a sense of loss or that you're going to lose something, but you have so much more here to gain that you're asked to just focus, persevere, because you're very close to getting monies coming through on that front. So because you do have the Eight of Pentacles, you do have the Nine of Pentacles, you do have cards of independence and learning, and definitely feeling the burden, though. I do feel, like I say, you've got a lot of cards speaking to sort of central in this area, with the Two of Pentacles. You are definitely trying to juggle your finances, but it clips right beside the Five of Pentacles. You've got a lot of issues, feeling as though you're not able to make ends meet, or you're afraid that you're going to lose out or something there. You're just not able to emotionally cope as well. We've got the Five of Swords. Fives are definitely about conflict and challenge. Probably arguments will be arising during that time as well, but please try to stay calm, because you've got a lot of cards here that indicate that you need to stay calm and level-headed, because it's just a period for you to be a warrior and level up. This is what's happening here. The universe is giving you a bit of a test to see how you handle it, because when you level up, this is when the victory and the success comes through, because you'll be able to handle it, because you were able to rationally deal with your situation, deal with the situation that was at hand, that was in front of you. You've got the Ten of Wands here again. Lots of cards of feeling overwhelmed. And of course the Nine of Wands, you're very defensive. So for sure, lots of energy around that challenging money front. And again, that's likely toward the end of September through to mostly into October, I would say. And at the end of October, for sure, you're going to be feeling like you need to make some kind of decisions, but again, you're being asked to be patient before making any of those decisions. But you feel like you're at some kind of a crossroads, and I felt that was in regards to a relationship. But overall, all of this reading is primarily about you're just about to take flight on with regards to prosperity and recognition and reward and success and victories. You definitely have cards of happy family coming through. So again, you're being asked, if you're making any decisions that relate around your structures or your family life or relationship life, anything in that sphere, you're being asked just to hold off on that at this time, because you really do have a lot of cards that are allowing you to heal and allowing those structures to heal as well. With the door to personal healing and happiness, all of these cards, are all positive for you. There's nothing you really need to consider other than just to keep adding to the positives in your life. Don't focus on the things that you can't control, because everything's being lined up for you. And again, there's a fated meeting that is going to change your life in regards to some kind of creative project that you're doing, whether that's writing, whether it's something that involves a contract, something on that line. But again, you do have the Seven of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles. So the money is coming, it's just very slow moving in. So, okay, so that's just the general synopsis. But again, definitely, this is a fantastic reading for you. Fantastic on a career money front. Again, money is so close at hand, but it's mostly about everything being lined up in the period of September to October. So fated meetings, synchronicities, the universe is definitely giving you a whole bunch of opportunities that are going to be coming through for you in regards to your finance and career. Okay, so getting into the details of the actual layout. The first cards will be the numerology guidance cards, and this is by Michelle Buchanan. Sorry, bugs all over me here right now. So you've got 13, which is the card of effort. And basically, we all know this is where you have been probably for some time. You've been putting out a lot of effort on a project. And this is, just to maintain, because this is what's going to allow you to overcome any of these obstacles and challenges, and definitely to overcome self-pity or laziness or negativity and frustration. This card is about using your inner power. It's about, asking you to stay strong while you get tough, while you challenge this period. And by getting tough, it doesn't mean resisting and throwing up walls. It means you're not allowing yourself to be pulled through, you're coasting through. So by coasting through, this is a part of the process. You have to have obstacles and hurdles, to be able to gain success. You don't get rewarded for having sat idle. Everything took effort, everything took work to get there, and it will take testing to make sure that you are able to maintain it. So this is allowing you the tenacity to continue on and be successful. You're not going to get quick fix solutions here. It is going to be all about you not giving up. Your success is guaranteed with this card. Resources are going to be available to you, and you're just being encouraged to stay positive. So the next card is perseverance. So again, with perseverance, this is all about just that. You've got to keep moving forward. You have to make sure and able to achieve those goals, those dreams. You have to be able to maintain, again, a strong handle on your emotional state. Don't let your emotions get the best of you so that it blocks you from finding solutions and answers. Overly emotional states pull away energy that you need right now to stay determined and persevere through those challenges, through those obstacles. Be persistent, because right now you are cultivating mental resilience. And this is going to lead you to stability. So you need a calm, stable mind to go through any negative beliefs, any challenges, obstacles, like I said, that might be thrown up along your way here. But it's definitely worth the trip, the journey. This is the road less traveled, and you have to travel it to get to the other side. Okay, so the next cards out will be the I think I'll read just in case the wind takes them. This is the Quantum Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor. So we have quite a few cards here that relate to, so that's the back of the cards there. So we've got optimism. Sorry, a little hard for me to... Okay, so we've got the card of optimism. We've got commitment. We have loss. And we have happy success. And we also have teacher. So for sure with the teacher in there, I feel either you're going to become the teacher for others, or there is somebody coming in to guide you or teach you, or in some way, allow you to expand your current projects. So again, with the card of commitment, I'll start with that one there. With the card of commitment, you are being asked, in terms of whether it's a relationship or whether it's a business partnership, or something that is, this can indicate some kind of a sale of a house as well, but on the average, it is about being resolute in your direction here. So make sure that you stay committed. And it is, if it is related to a legal matter, although I didn't really see a lot of strong cards in that direction, but if it is related to a legal matter, it would be a positive resolution. But you need to investigate what's expected of you with this card. You want to be well informed, and you want to be able to bring when they say personal power, you really want to be able to bring your wisdom, your strength, your resources, your intention. You want to be able to bring all of the knowledge that you can so that you're prepared and you're able to go through that process, in a strong position, rather than, having somebody take over all of those elements, and then you're just guided blindly through. So you want to be in control of your direction there. So we also had the card of loss. Sorry, just looking for that one here. Okay, so again with the card of loss, I mean, this card could be that there was some kind of a separation in regards to a relationship, or that you feel separated, whether you actually are or not, don't know. But again, this could be, you know, as I say, just a sense that you're feeling separated on some level. But it's really just something that, you know, it's a difficulty at this time. So you might be venting your anger or feeling sad about a relationship or a partnership or a family tie of some sort or a work relationship, but somewhere, I mean, this can represent some kind of financial loss. So maybe there is some kind of financial challenge that you're being faced with. But again, you know, just operate slowly and try to do it from the power of a peaceful, calm place in your mind. Again, we have the card of teacher. So I feel like there is somebody that's coming through again there to assist you with something, with your projects, or be a guide, or you're being the guide. But again, this can be about searching for deeper meanings on a spiritual level as well, and trying to understand you know, how best to proceed. But you can get some of this guidance as well from books or an online course or some kind of a class or an academic setting, anything that is going to provide you with the ability to go forward, you know, bringing you guidance, whether again spiritually or whether or not it's wisdom that you're just gaining from going inward, or again some kind of positive influence from some, you know, an external individual that's coming forward, or as I said, something related to a you know, an individual that is, or you just going back to school, period. So okay, so there is definitely reason to be, you know, optimistic, because you've got both cards here. So with the card of happy success, start with that one. With the card of happy success, definitely this is a wish being fulfilled. So this is about blessings coming your way. Something is definitely turned in your favor, and you just have to wait it out because you're really close to obtaining all of this. So this is a time of great joy, basically. And so you've got expanding wealth, love, business, you know, achievements, victories, all of that stuff would be coming your way, whatever that happy ending was supposed to be for you, meaning whatever was a wish that you desired to have fulfilled. Something is going to be moving you in that direction, so get ready. Okay, so the next card out is optimism. You know, and basically that's the sun card right there. So this is, you know, old blocks, everything falling away, anything that was blocking you. You've got a bright future ahead here. You know, there's definitely a positive direction, you know, on the career front. Definitely personal accomplishments, creative successes, all of that. This is definitely, again, a card of success. It's a positive outlook. And whatever was happening in the past for you is now starting to fall away, because you had other cards that spoke to you moving in the direction of success as well, and away from difficulty with the Six of Swords here. So I'll go into those cards here in a minute, but for the moment, next one's out will be the Psychic Tarot, and that's by John Holland. So these are the cards you've got. I'll pull those forward here. You've got sacred oracle, or sacred chakra, sacral chakra, sorry, recognition and reward. You've also got throat chakra, and you've got prosperity begins. So again, all pretty straightforward. There is definitely a need to communicate. So whatever it is that you're doing, there's going to be something that you need to be communicating from, or that you'll be doing a lot of communication. Maybe this is to do with interviews, or maybe there is some kind of success that's coming through that's going to require you to present something. Sorry, wrong card. I meant to pull forward the other one here first. But with the throat chakra, again, this is about communication, and again, it's sound, it's creativity, it's the ability to, you know, to use your voice. And with this card, it's usually related to those that are artists or speakers, writers, singers, anything in those creative arts aspects, or career fields. And again, with the sacral chakra, that's along the same line there as well. It's all about creativity. This is a card of, this is really a card of fire and energy, and being able to create. Sorry, I should turn my phone off. But this is really a card of creation, and you have a lot of you do have a lot of potential here with that. Like I said, I mean, it is that. It's a card of emotions as well, but again, I mean, I don't know. I mean, with the fire card here at the beginning, I mean, it could be that you're feeling that you've got some heated emotions or something that comes up there as well, but for the most part, it is a card of desire and creativity, and can even indicate something that relates around sexuality as well, but I don't really see a lot of cards that might go into that, and besides, I don't tend to focus on the relationship aspect of it, so zooming into recognition and success. So anyway, moving on with this part of it, as I said, this is definitely you coming through with, you're very goal oriented. You definitely have prosperity that is moving ahead here. You've got both cards. I'm just going to pull that forward here. With prosperity begins and recognition and reward, you've got a new beginning, you've got a new business, or there's some kind of wealth that's coming through here, and this is about hard work that you've put in. This is about past efforts, things that you've actually, been working on. It's not just something that's fallen into your lap. It's about having money-making ideas, and you've got some possibilities now, as I said, coming through for you that relate around somebody else assisting you and helping you to bring about this successful outcome. So this is, again, it can even revolve around new jobs for others of you that are, just getting back into the workforce again. But again, it is a successful result either way, and just to focus on, the positive aspects of abundance and being grateful for that prosperity as it comes through. So again, I don't think it can be any more well said than that. But again, it was still that you've got, with just in regards to recognition and reward, just another little tidbit in there as well that related to group of people that might be coming together as well, family and some kind of celebration, and there's just everybody seems to be striving towards some kind of a common goal there, and it's laying a solid foundation for you. So again, you're just ready for the next opportunity, and on the material front. Okay, so we've also got next cards out will be the Energy Oracle cards, and that's by Sandra Ann Taylor as well. So I'll just pull all these ones forward. So this is, you've got adjacent possibilities, cornucopia, door to personal healing and happiness, and happy family. So again, really, really positive cards. I mean, you're healing, you've got alternate, options available to you. You've got abundance and wealth that's moving towards you. You've got family celebrations, more connections, new beginnings, all of that revolve around those cards there. So, again, with happy family, I mean, this is really pretty straightforward. You've got closer relationships. There's a lot more fun to be had here. You've got deeper relationships that are starting to form. Things, you might be feeling a little bit distracted right now as well, because you are having to sort of recalibrate your priorities here, but it's definitely a card letting you know that and it could even be some kind of a celebration that's coming up here as well that you will be attending, but it's definitely a time of joy and celebration and connecting with other people. So this one here, we've got door to personal healing and happiness. So again, this card is all about those new beginnings in your personal life. This is a time for you that's bringing about positive change. There's inner healing. So whether or not you had some kind of addiction or health issues, anything like that, all of those are now starting to heal and to move put you in a place where you're actually in control of yourself again. So life is opening up again, new opportunities. It's about things, having a positive expectation. We've got cornucopia. So again, this card is all about abundance, things coming through, wishes fulfilled, all of that. You know, everything that's that we talked about earlier is about to fall into your lap here. You're very close to gain. And that can be in the form of job fulfillment. That can be in the form of financial riches. It can be about romantic love, all of that. All of it. It can be including all of it. So this is about something about ready to pay off. You've got adjacent possibilities. So this is about alternatives for you. So again, you've got more than one way of approaching something here. So this is about things you might have not yet considered as options. You know, sometimes we do things out of a force of habit and we get stuck and we don't see our own potential, you know, expanding beyond what we see in one direction. But this is about happier choices. You've, again, a lot more options are available to you. You just need to use a different door, take a different course of action, choose a different thought, different behavior, whatever it is, that will help you to, you know, empower you to stay motivated and bring about more forward motion. You know, in terms of your goals, again, like I said, this is about using marketing and connecting with people and all of those things, and it's about taking action. So again, there is some kind of connection that's coming up here that you are fated to meet, that's going to change your life on a very large scale as you know it. So we've got Cracker. So positive energy surrounds you. Love, joy, and good fortune awaits. This is a card that you're on fire. And again, that's what I mentioned with the fire card that also came up with the fortune reading cards by Sharina Starr, illustrations by Richard Crooks. So again, this is about you with professional power. This is about good news coming through. This is about excitement and opportunities. And you really want to dress for success is really what the card is also saying. You know, make sure that, you know, that you are, because you are getting a lot more admiration or recognition and visibility. So you want to make sure you're prepared for that. So again, that's, you don't want to overindulge, you know, but you are going to be developing some new friendships or new connections. In terms of career and money, you know, things will be going well with colleagues and bosses, that kind of thing. You're impressing people. You've got positive business meetings. You know, there's a lot of promotions and great money-making ideas that come through for this card. There's purchasing a property or investments, selling and gains. Anything along that line falls under that particular energy. So again, we've also got fire. So there is a letting go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. So this card is, again, all about that. It's renewal, purification. It's about, you know, you want to get rid of some of the things that aren't serving you. So if you've got a lot of negative thoughts or self-sabotaging behaviors, you want to try to communicate with yourself in a healthy way so that you're able to use your positive energy toward continuing on with, you know, keeping the excitement and the flow going with staying motivated. But this is about, you know, there's a renewal going on here, releasing of, you know, negative feelings and all of that stuff. And as I say, it can represent a lot of anger as well. And if that is something that's consuming you, you want to reassess how you're approaching things, because unable to move into the flow of success, you also need to take on the persona of somebody who's in control of themselves. And therefore it gives, you know, others the idea as well that you are in control of your own destiny and you're not going to be a liability, and that you can be trusted to be consistent and remain in control and objective and rational for them to deal with you. It's also a card of enormous personal growth here. So, and if you've lost anything, it's helping you to get back the things that you really do deserve with that card. Okay, so again, we're moving into the other cards here, which is the Babylonian Tarot, Sandra Tabitha Cicero. So I had some difficulty trying to clarify what the Tower moment was. There is something coming through in regards to a Tower moment. So right now, and I did pull a lot of cards on that just because I wasn't really sure on what it was saying here. We've got the King of Arrows. We've got the Hermit energy, so for sure pulling back. We've got the Empress, speaks to abundance, Mother energy, as well as victory card, but it's also somebody who's a Libra energy that may be in your sphere here too. We've got the Three of Arrows. There can be some trouble brewing because it is followed by the Tower. You know, and again, there's a judgment. Judgment can have a few different meanings. Maybe there was some kind of a legal issue for some of you, which I don't feel is a strong number, but again, it can be feeling victimized yourself and that you're being treated unfairly on some level. And maybe it is in regards to the Empress, but either way, the Chariot card is a victory, but it's also about a card of determination. So I feel really it's just about kind of twofold there, that you are using a lot of your own strong will, you know, and for sure you're a little bit on the defensive side here, trying to maintain your position. You don't want anybody to take away what you've already, you know, put forward. You have manifested this. You've worked long and hard for it, you know, to bring about this wish fulfillment. The Ten of Cups is definitely a card of happiness on an emotional level. It's, you know, again, we've got the King of Arrows. I suspect this could represent you, but it could be situational as well. So for the moment, we'll just start off with the Hermit energy, because as I mentioned, I feel that you were pulled back, that you weren't really moving, you know, forward, because you were still moving forward, but I feel that you were pulled back from a lot of life, in part, I guess, with COVID. That was probably a really strong part in controlling, you know, where everybody was, given the world conditions. But for the most part, as I said, Hermit is really about pulling back. I feel you were doing the work while you had that time. And you've really just been able to manifest because you have focused on it. So simple as that. That's the Hermit energy. Again, there was the Empress coming through there too, which again, I feel this is more related to a person. The Empress, as I said, I mean, this can be a Libra energy. You know, it is also speaking to the creative self and abundance on that basis as well. It is about being instinctive, and it does speak to many rewards coming your way with this card as well. It is about taking action, but again, I mean, it still speaks of success and ideas starting to come to fruition here, and there's just overall energy that is still about developing self here that I'm getting. And I feel that you do have the card can represent a lot of mysterious elements here too, but I still feel that this is more along the lines of abundance coming through because you have actually put in the work and the talents behind that. Okay, so moving on to Three of Arrows. And again, I mean, threes are for sure, you know, I mean, this can represent just some difficulties that you might have had, but it's still a creative card, and it's still a card of, you know, I mean, even though it says it is a card of sorrow, I still feel that this for you is more about perhaps relating more along the lines of the relationship, where there was some kind of feeling that you were, you know, separated from this person, or there's a heartbreak of some sort, or, you know, there was some kind of quarreling or disruption to the relationship, but you're just feeling heartbreak or unhappiness, or, you know, there's some, and again, this could be related to a partnership as well. It doesn't have to be a relationship on a romantic basis, but there's some kind of upheaval anyway there, because it is, again, right beside the Tower. So, you know, again, with the Tower energy coming through, you know, that's something unexpected, or can be some kind of clarity that's coming through there too, because it's right beside the Judgment. So, you know, maybe you needed to restructure that relationship. You needed to redefine yourself, redefine what you wanted from that relationship, and how to go forward. And again, I see other cards that say that something was worth waiting for, and certainly there's cards of being patient around that relationship. I don't feel that you have to make any decisions at this time. I think this is really just asking you, just, you know, you've somehow reached some kind of a decision or illumination or realization that, you know, you don't need to get rid of everything to be able to move forward here. This is really about, you know, kind of remodeling your old I don't want to just say old world, but, you know, the way in which you felt you were leading your world before. Because as I said, I mean, with the Judgment card, I mean, again, it can be that you felt like you were treated unfairly in some way, you know, but maybe, again, this is about you making some kind of final, you know, decision or a determination or settlement or something that's coming through if it is in a legal matter. But definitely it is still a positive. It's something about a new phase and a rebirth, which again is what the fire energy was also coming through too with at the beginning. And again, with the Chariot, I mean, there's a lot of determination. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of victory. There's, you know, there's reason for success here. But definitely, you know, still a card of forward moving, you know, having triumph over any opposing forces. So could be about movement and travel as well. Nine of Arrows is about cruelty, you know, just some defensiveness there. It can be, you know, feeling just like you're in some despair, or that there's some kind of anxiety or overwhelming pain that you're not able to deal with well, that you're feeling burdened or oppressed. There's a suffering going on with this card. You're just asked to bring forward, you know, this newfound strength and this positive. All these positives can help you to move forward. Because as I said, I mean, with the Magician energy, you're asked to be strong as well. You know, this is still a card of forward movement. Everything's forward movement basically here. You know, this is about organizing your thoughts, staying focused, mastering your skills, using your wisdom and your intelligence to learn to adapt to your circumstances. You're not trying to control people. You're only trying to move ahead and take other people with you, you know, on the journey, so that it's not a lonely one. Okay, so this is again about being diplomatic with the Magician. And of course with the Ten of Cups, I mean, that's all about, you know, happiness and for sure, you know, it's emotional fulfillment on lots of levels here. So it's about that completion of success and happiness and, you know, just overall contentment and good fortune that comes through with this. You know, you're satisfied with your achievements, you're feeling inspired. There's just a lot of harmony that comes through there. So again, with the last card here, the last one with the King of Arrows, and again, I mean, this could be, I feel, a little more relative to you. I just feel that, you know, you're strongly, it speaks to somebody who's quite intellectual, somebody who's, it would be like the equivalent of the swords, really, the King of Swords. So somebody who's quite intellectual, very strong-willed kind of a person, you know, just somebody who has the ability to move forward, cut through illusions, you know, strong father figure, that kind of thing. But definitely I feel this represents you and your energy here. So anyway, again, that's just that, I should also maybe just add in there too, on the far extreme of that, because there's always a shadow side to cards. On the far extreme of that, it could be just being a little bit too violent with your emotional state, or unstable, and a little too unpredictable or agitated. But it is definitely somebody who can also be, you know, remaining authoritative by being calm. But again, at the far extreme of that, it's somebody who's intelligent but aggressive. So, I mean, it could be somebody in the legal sphere there too, but again, I still feel it's your energy. Okay, almost to the end here. I'll just quickly go into, again, I don't do a lot in terms of the emotional aspects here, but I will touch on it. So, of the Romance Angels, and this is by Doreen Virtue. So we've got finances and career, and we also have, you know, worth waiting for. So there's divine timing that's at work in your love life. So there is something more yet to come with this situation. So this is really about overcoming any blockages, you know, so that things are starting to, they will start to sync up. There will be things that start to allow you to see that there is a positive that's still coming through here. There's more of a flow anyway in terms of this relationship. And it does indicate that finances financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So, maybe a lot of the issues around this relationship were caused because of the imbalance of financial elements. And so, the fact that you're moving into more of a positive state will also serve to enhance more balance, less worry, less aggravation. Sorry about the noise. I'm really not close to the airport. But this is really, the heart is opening up here. So things are becoming a lot more playful and a lot more balanced because you are moving into more of a positive. Okay, next cards out would be the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid. So we've got the Six of Air, the Messenger of Water, and we've got the Magician. So again, you've had the Magician a couple of times here, and this is all about things being lined up, synchronized. It's about alchemy. It's all about, being in alignment with spirit. This is where miracles happen. This is where you're co-creating with the universe. So again, with the Six of Air, a little more of a challenger, but this is about, necessary changes that are going to be taking place so that you can gain greater wisdom. So this can indicate, some turbulent waters here, as with the boat, the sail on the ship on the water. So there might be some kind of, again, troubles up ahead here. But again, I feel if you stay calm and realize and remember, even if you're juggling your finances at this time, it is all going to change, and this is just about you leveling up. If you handle this well, you will be able to level up because you're staying in your power. You're being authentic. You're having to become someone new to be able to move into this successful period in your life. But with the Messenger of Water, this is again about romance and attraction and admiration from others. It's about, emotional awareness and really, I think, just a call to you starting to appreciate you. This is about, as I said, others being much more attracted to you, but also you finding some appreciation for yourself, and realizing that you can actually have the things that you want, and that there's no need for jealousy or anger or resentment or fear, is what the card really talks about. Okay, so last cards up here. Actually, before I go into, I'll read the advice cards at the end here, but we will start with, this is actually a little mini deck that I have. This is the Mystical Lenormand, and it's pictures by Urban Troche by Elizabeth Fleeter, something like that. So this is a new deck for me, but I really like it. It's short and sweet is really the meanings of the cards, but it does give some pretty precise general energies. So we've got 4 cards pulled for that one, and sorry, I'm just trying to read the number on this card here. It looks like a 37 to me, but they don't have a 37. So this is really it is a 31 because it is the sun. Okay, so that is a 31 card. This is a positive card, and again, it stands for success and energy and optimism and, everything that was positive that we talked about earlier. So that's, again, just confirmation, further confirmation. We also have the number 19, and this one really speaks to, just bringing it up here, there we go. This one speaks to the Tower moment, which we also spoke of, and again, that's come through in every single deck pretty much here. So there's definitely some kind of a Tower moment where you might be feeling isolated or alone, like you're trying to juggle something, or again, it could also feel like you're in some kind of separation from somebody, whether it's just, metaphorically speaking, where you're not really connecting or speaking to them. But again, there is a reason for you to have faith with this situation. The universe is giving you the card of Temperance, and it's also coupled beside the Sun. So that's all right beside the Tower card with the Rider-Waite deck. So just know that you're just to be patient here, with those cards. And again, same with this one here as well. It's just an indicator that there may be a sense of feeling separated from somebody. But again, it was coupled right beside the same card as what I just mentioned in the other deck, with the Sun, Temperance, and the Tower card. You had it exactly right beside the Sun card as well, with the Tower card in the other deck. So clearly, there is a reason for you to be optimistic. Just hang tight. However, you do have the Danger card in there as well, which is something that you're both going to have to face, or that you're going to have to face, something that might happen a little suddenly, that could cause you to have to redefine your relationship, or start again in a different way, from a different perspective here. We also have, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what the number of this card is. It looks like a 19, but we can't have two 19s. I would say that one is actually 11. Sorry, give me a second here. I might have to come back to that one here. I just need to stare at it for a few more minutes before I can figure it out. Oh, it's a 15. Okay, well that's a 15 apparently, even though it looks like a 19 to me, but 15, which is a bear, and that is the card of luck. A card of luck, and it stands for power, strength, possession, and wealth. So this symbolizes a powerful, positive, older person. It can't even be a grandfather or a lover or an ex, but this is definitely good luck for you. This person is good luck. This could be somebody who's passed over, but definitely somebody is good luck for you. Okay, well, I honestly I almost want this reading. Okay, so let's get back to the final card layout here. So again, I'm just going to read, before I get into the last half, which is finance, career, money. I'm just going to read the cards on advice. No, I lie. I'm going to read the Akashic Tarot. Sorry, there is one more there. So this is the Akashic Tarot, and this is by Sharon Ann Klein Klinger and Sandra Ann Taylor. So we've got 5 cards, sorry, on that one. I'm just going to pull them forward so you can see each of them. So the first card out is Reflection. Really like this deck a lot. It's Reflection. You also have the card of Birth. You also have the card of Fated Meeting. And you've got Archangel Gabriel. And you've got the Sands of Time. Okay, so, I think the first one is pretty straightforward. Reflection, you're pulling back. You're in a place where you're trying to, just taking a small step back here to see what's important and know how you can line yourself up to move forward. You want to remain calm, and as I said, lower your emotional impulses or reactions, because when you are overreacting, it's because you're acting out of a place of fear, and fear is something that you give power to, meaning you're believing in power over, or believing in fear over your own sense of ability and skill. And you just have to remind yourself that you're moving into a place of gain, and so allow that clarity to come through and control your emotions. We also have the card of Birth. Sorry, I'll just pull that one through here too. This is also a new deck for me, but I really like it. Okay, so we've also got the card of Birth, and this is really about just that. You've got a new start here, and whether it's metaphorical or not, there's some kind of a new beginning. That you're letting go of sort of the old ways, and you're becoming someone new here. This is about even on the basis of romance, it's again sort of a rethink of how that romantic relationship would be, a rethink on your creative path and the way that you approach things. But it's again about growth and opportunity that's about to come in here. And as I mentioned before, there was also with the Archangel Gabriel, you do have definite protection here with this card. This is about, approaching things with an optimistic, loving energy. You know, this is what Raphael is all about, this angel. So if you did feel that you needed some assistance or reassurance, you can call upon your guides or spirit or God, or whatever it is for you, or Archangel Gabriel, or a past loved one to assist you, but being specific with your request. And certainly, again, this is about renewal of a lost dream as well, and reuniting with family members. And there's a healing that comes through here of a broken heart, of any physical conditions, but whatever it is, this is a breakthrough, and that's a miracle card that comes through for you. So the next card out was the Sands of Time. That's the Six of Scrolls. So Sands of Time is, you know, it's really about you getting back to work. You're not to give up. You're supposed to continue persevering here. You know, you can't sit back on your laurels, as they say. You have to really keep moving toward this opportunity, because there's still some work to be done on this project or this situation or these personal connections. So you still require action, you know, or even maybe it may not yet be completed, but close to completion. But either way, it's a really highly active card. So you need to keep going, and you need to keep your focus here with this card, is what that one's all about. So this is about not giving up till you get to the end. Don't let your worry steer you away from anything. It's a don't give up card. Okay, the last card out on that one is the which is the Fated Meeting. There we go. Okay, so the Fated Meeting is about that. You know, you're being lined up, spirits starting to pull together some kind of a union, some kind of business opportunity is what I suspect here, that's going to grow your idea. And it's going to move you into a place where you actually have higher standing. This is about, again, that creative project or that work situation. It could mean, you know, definitely speaking to moving ahead with some, I mean, if it is on the business front in a corporation, that kind of thing, which, I mean, I mentioned corporation because you have the Hierophant card here down with the financial read. If it is related to that kind of a relationship in a corporation, you definitely have the opportunity or the chance to move ahead here with this card. So this is definitely a time for, you know, any kind of growth in the company, promotion, something like that. Okay, so the last part of it here, I think I'll do the advice cards and then we'll get into the other part of it here. So again, last cards out, we've got Knight of Ariel. And again, this is the Archangel Power Tarot cards, and this is by Doreen Virtue Radley Valentine. Knight of Ariel, so there is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan. You're being watched over by someone kind. So I feel like there's somebody who's passed that is an angel that's watching over you. Could be a father figure. Nine of Ariel that's coming through here. So Nine of Ariel, your dreams are fulfilled. Hard work leads to great success and a love for the beautiful things in life. You've also got Eight of Ariel. You know, this is about taking great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. So you could benefit from kind of tweaking yourself a bit, which is always the journey. Seven of Raphael, time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want and take action. A need for detoxification. So get rid of any old behaviors, old attitudes, old standby reactionary behaviors, because you're becoming someone new. So you need to take on you know, the personality of somebody who's successful, not the personality of somebody who's still in struggle. So again, you know, with the time to make a decision, you know, this is where you might think something is too complicated for you to deal with, but you just need to get clear on, you know, and break it down into smaller steps to be able to go forward. Just have realistic expectations. Don't procrastinate. Don't indulge in any excessive, you know, behaviors, drinking or otherwise, is really what and that's what the card of detoxification is all about there. And as well, you also had the card of, this was the Knight of Ariel. So again, with the Knight of Ariel, it's all about making the plans, paying attention to the details, slow and steady. You're finding a better job for those of you that are looking. And this is definitely a card of someone, if it's in relation to a person that's coming into your sphere, this is somebody who has a great kindness and understanding nature. And it's someone who can be very helpful to you. And they definitely have your best interests at heart as well. And it's somebody who's loyal and trustworthy and also funny and creative and all of those things. Somebody who's really just a genuine soul. We also have the Nine of Ariel. Again, this is really a card of you pursuing, if you're intending to be spiritual, you're pursuing that on the basis of evolving and growing, and it's time to take advantage of that. But it's also a time, like I said, where you're acting with wisdom. This is about you making better choices, so that you can make better opportunities available to yourself here. So again, the nines are always about close to completion. Well, it is actually a card of completion and beginnings and endings. The 10 follows that, but this is really about winding that up. So you're very close to the finish on that, but your dreams are fulfilled. So you've worked hard, you've put in the effort, all of those things fall within that card's range. Eight of Ariel. Again, this is about doing great work, taking satisfaction and pride in what you've done, and you're feeling like you're going to be rewarded here as well, which you will be. And for those of you that are considering changing your careers, this is what you want to do, because this is something that will be beneficial to you. It's about you investing in the long-term you investing in that long-term goal, and it's about to pay off. And again, if it's there's a couple of cards here that do speak to some of you going back to school and retraining, or maybe in relation to a new job, something along that line, creative classes or attending seminars, or just further benefiting yourself on some level there. But again, still a card of artisans and practice makes perfect, and being a student. And again with wrong card there. Again with some of the other financial cards here, there's still a lot of creative energy that was coming through that I feel, kind of spoke to still moving in a direction of pursuing learning, or, as I say, updating skills or something along that line that might be still relating to a creative avenue there. So, okay, moving into the last part of it, this is regarding the financial part of the read. So again, you do have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is for sure, it's a Taurus energy. I mean, this is somebody that is coming through as, if we're talking, I feel it's organization, or again, an institution. You're in contact with somebody that, might be related around your goals or your dreams, and is helping you to make these decisions on, which direction to go. Or it's you applying for a position with an organization and an institution. But again, it's about convention. It's about rules. It's a Taurus energy. It's about school, book, and learning, all of that. It can also be about spiritual learning as well, or learning from the experience of others. And it was actually clarified with the Nine of Pentacles, so I feel that there's definitely something that's going to bring about a level of independence here for you, with the Nine of Pentacles. But I feel that you are still a little bit in self-sabotage mode. The reason why I say that is because you've got the Five of Pentacles here too. So the Five of Pentacles means, you might be feeling like a bit of an outcast, or that you're being left out of something, or you're not receiving something, or you're isolated in some way, or that you just don't have enough money, and you feel like you've got a loss of money or resources, and that you're wanting, you're needing, you're in a place where you're not feeling strong. And it could be in relation to, as I said, a corporation or of some sort that might be controlling some of your finances here, but you're still fairly independent here. I still feel that you have a lot of control over your money. It's just you're having to do a lot of juggling in the course of the month. So again, with, Seven of Swords, this can speak to, deceit and manipulation and cunning and all of those things. But I feel that in this case, you're having to be a little bit strategic. I feel that you need to be strategic in the way that you go about, being resourceful, so you can manage through this month. Because with the Knight of Pentacles, as I say, this is money that's still coming through. This is a secure energy. This is somebody who does things slow and steady, and isn't jumping ahead and out of control. They're not just taking a leap of faith like the fool and not really planned. This is somebody who plans. This is somebody who is very careful with the way, and I feel this is a part of what you need to do, is to be strategic and carefully plan your next moves. You need to really pull back, and try to figure out where you're headed here, with the Hanged Man energy as well. So again, the Nine of Pentacles as well is really somebody who's self-made, and with that Knight coming through as well, following so closely, I feel that this is really, it's you. It's not luck has been thrown your way. I think this is really you who's self-made. This is about self-employment, independent businesses, success and gain in by using your resources. Again, you're being asked to be strong here. There is a lot of energy around, a lot of energy that comes through with having to be strong. So I am feeling that you have some challenges coming through, probably again for October more specifically, because it is clarified with that Eight of Swords energy, meaning you're self-sabotaging or feeling like you're losing the battle, but you're not. This is about acknowledging that you actually have inner strength to rely on, and you just need to tame the beast within, stay calm, stand in your integrity, and keep forward moving here. With the Nine of Wands, you are defensive. Nines are again still about moving toward the end of a completed cycle here. And it's still about action. Nines are about action. So that Nine of Wands is you trying to, protect yourself and what you've built, but it is about strength of will as well. So this is about that wounded warrior. This is you feeling, that you're not able to go forward, but you are. This is about using your strength of will, never giving up. That is the theme of this reading. Never give up. You need to conserve your energy, so don't use a lot of overly emotional states to get through here, because this isn't going to serve you well. You need to stay out of the eye of the storm. You need to not throw yourself into the frying pan, and burn up. You need to stay focused, be a warrior. And again, with the Ten of Wands, you're feeling some burden, overwhelm. You feel like you've got a lot to juggle here with the Five of Swords, energy as well. I just feel that you're just not seeing your own worth or your own value, or you're just, because the money is, you're having to juggle it. I feel that you feel like you have a reason to give up and that you're not able to manage. But this is about you taking advantage of the things that you can. This is where you're getting a victory, but you don't need to exploit others to be able to get there. Things will get done and things will go forward, and what needs to get done is getting done. Again, Five of Pentacles, which is what I mentioned before. You're just feeling like a sense of loss, like you're not in control of something, but you really are. You're just in your own head. You've got the Two of Pentacles. Again, still a lot of, it can speak to writing energy as well, just for those of you that do write, but it also is a card of juggling. So, this is really about making a decision, trying to stay focused. This is somebody who is adapting to their circumstances, even if they are juggling their responsibilities. This is about, somebody who's a student of life, or going back to school and being a literal student, but there is ups and downs in life at all times, or at varying times, and you just need to be able to navigate through those loops, because this is your new lifestyle. Every time you level up, there'll be an imbalance. And with the Four of Wands, definitely you have a strong foundation. You still have a strong foundation. You still have victories. You still have success here. There is no way any level of loss, even though you're feeling a lot of overwhelm. You are still, everything is still going in the right direction. There's still a lot of security here. So again, be thankful for, home and family and your projects or your goals, your foundations, whatever is bringing you security, because it all is all grounded in reality here, those structures that you have. So that will help you to ensure your success. And again, this is regarding somebody, a female that's probably or male that's probably quite good with money, somebody who cares about other people, somebody who is, fairly, as I say, I don't want to say they're well-to-do, but they're pretty savvy. This is what the Queen of Pentacles is. She's more of an authority in not in an external way, but in an internal way. So this is somebody who has a pretty strong, capable mind around money. And again, with that energy, you are feeling perhaps burdened around that person, but you are still managing it quite well. And lastly, the last energies out are the Six of Swords. So you're moving past any difficulties, as I mentioned before. You know, you're moving into a transformative time here. This is not about you having to suffer. This is about you having to let go of the things that don't serve you. And that's old behaviors, that's old ways, that's anything that is not going to benefit you in the future here. And again, staying in the old mindset is not going to benefit you. You have to become something new to be able to level into something new. So it's a transition. It's a process of learning and diversifying and going through that journey and, you know, again, learning to move on or allowing yourself to move on as well. Again, still hard at work with the Eight of Pentacles. You're not giving up. And we also have, you know, clarity of mind, staying calm. Calm is what you're being asked to do here with the King and the King of Cups, as well as the Queen of Swords. You know, this is really about, again, just making sure that you stay focused and you rein back your emotions. There's also some cards of some other energies here too with the Princess of Cups and that kind of thing. But I still feel that for the most part, the energies around, because there seems to be a lot of emotion in this reading here with the Cups energy. I mean, I do see the Queen of Cups kind of coming through in both decks, as well as the King of Cups here as well. So I just feel that, you know, there's some heightened emotions here that might need to be pulled back. The Queen of Cups, you know, especially noting twice in two different decks here, you know, could represent a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy as well. And as well with the King of Cups there too. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But we also have the King of Wands. So again, where the King of Cups is somebody who can be a father figure and who's wise, trustworthy, and responsible, that could be coming in to help you, or again, being just a note for you to be compassionate and kind and, you know, rein your emotions in. If we are talking about a person, it is still, this card is also a sign of good luck as well, just so that you know that there is some energy there. As I say, that I just feel a lot of strong emotion that's coming through here toward the end of October, and maybe that's because there's some level of burnout because of all of this juggling with the money. But again, you're still asked to remain centered. I don't want you to lose your head before you gain the wealth, because you don't want it to go off in a bad direction. Okay, so again with this card, this is about somebody, you can speak to a person, entrepreneurial spirit, vital kind of a person, somebody who's really inspiring or likes to be inspired, but definitely somebody who's quite talented. And this is for sure, you know, somebody who can be a powerful leader, who has potential, that kind of thing. This could be your energy coming through here as well. You know, with the King of Wands, but it can be an Aries energy as well that I'm sort of picking up. This one is, you know, Seven of Pentacles is for sure energy around somebody who is still creating, still continuing to create, but definitely it's about harvest. Money's coming through with the Seven of Pentacles. There is success there. You know, and for sure you have the 7, 8, and 9, so there's definitely progression. It's almost to that point of gain, and it is rewards for your effort. And again, for others of you, I mean, it can speak to, you know, new strategies, or, you know, you've got more preparation left to do here to create this abundance. And again, that's a Libra energy coming through here as well. but ideas as well come through with the abundance card, and for sure there can be some kind of stagnancy that you're breaking here and having to make a decision to become a new you or move in a different direction. But before you make any decisions there, again, if it is relating to a relationship, you're being asked just to be patient, because there's a reason to be optimistic. There's a happiness card that goes with that Tower moment, which is, again, to me, it doesn't even feel like it's really a negative Tower moment. It's more like a clarity moment. It doesn't feel like you might feel separated from somebody, but again, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's how it really is. Because again, you've got, energies coming through with the Tower moment that revolve around, this can be about new projects with the Page of Wands, new jobs with the Page of Cups, and it's just really positive energy on both fronts. So as I said, with the Page of Wands, I mean, that's still about creativity and enthusiasm and, limitless potential, all of those kinds of things. So, I still feel like there's something positive that's coming through with that Tower moment that relates to that creative energy. So maybe it's just getting rid of the old stagnant, maybe a job change, career change, something you're deciding whether or not you need to rethink what your future will be in terms of your career. And again, with the Page of Cups, the same sort of energy there. This is still around, the beginning stage of something. So I wouldn't be jumping the gun just yet, because the pages are still in that beginning energy, not as much of an ace. But with the Page of Cups, you still are, it's a good omen card, still good news. It's still about unexpected gifts or unexpected things yet to come through for you. In terms of financial situation, again, it's still about all of that improving. So I don't think I can go through it any more than I already have, and because it's practically night, I guess I should close this up now that I'm starting to freeze. So Gemini, see you in November. Looking forward to your new direction and any updates. So please like and subscribe if you're new to my channel, and certainly if you have any comments, I'd love to hear what new projects you're working on, and if this resonated with you. I'm very excited for your reading. So as I said, looking forward to November and checking in on those developments. Take care, Gemini.